Get the green, yes sir. Under best today. We kind of have a weird setup though. NinjaTrader is not like opening for some reason. Like I open it and like it's running the task manager, but like it's not running on my computer. So like I can't see any of the windows. So I have Tradevate here. Kind of weird setup. So I'm a little late today. But we should still be able to execute some trades, and maybe it's gonna be a little wonky actually. I don't know if I'm gonna try and force any trades too much today. Not gonna lie. I just don't have any of like my normal setup. So it's gonna make it a little difficult. Unless I can get that fixed in the next little bit. Yeah, it's just like not responding. I know, nice little push. I think it's because we got below the 15-minute EMA and we're kind of working our way above it. Actually, almost went long kind of in here. The 500s would have been kind of nice. But yeah, you can see like where my P&L normally is, like it's just blank. Because the NinjaTrader window is just blank. Kind of ranchy last night. Definitely happens sometimes, unfortunately. That is typically what the overnight does. It looks like we did get a nice little push just kind of since like London session, I think. Kind of after midnight. Kind of going up nicely. I definitely like the longs. This long's kind of nice. Just don't know. Yeah, I probably could have taken that pretty easily. Might buy pizza. Did you pay out money today? Hey, you should. Gotta reward yourself. Been really liking the Lucid firm lately. I've heard of them. I know a couple other people. I've just like gone through their videos or streams and seen them mention Lucid. They approved my payout in less than 5 minutes and sent it super fast. Nice. Dashboard is really cool too. It's always a plus. Oh dang, this long would have been really nice. Probably would have taken it too if I wasn't like a little behind with just my setup and everything. Yeah, it's just like frozen. I can't do anything. I've already tried like closing and reopening it too from like the task manager. I'll try some more, but not really sure what to do about that. Guess I'll just keep an eye out for some bull flags to continue this trend. But yeah, crazy push though. Yeah, 100 points in 5 minutes. Kind of crazy. Oh yeah, definitely impressive. Especially with this ATR. I mean, it's like a 16. It was like a 12 off the open or lower. Typically, I might imagine a bigger ATR anyways for this kind of move. $90 down to $60. Could be the move. Low ATR, long bias, BS move is dump. Sounds about right. I mean, yeah, the ATR is low, but we're pumping up like 100 points. Yeah, definitely could see kind of a nasty dump. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that's the sound he's making when I open Ninja. Oh wait, now it's doing something. Or we might be back. Alright, yeah, we're back. Change your friend, wait for a pullback for long entry. Yeah, that's typically what I'd try and go for, I think. At the long bias, where I trade the bull flag off the pullback to the 9 EMA. Or one of those key levels I like to mark up. Let's see, let's reposition some of this stuff a little bit. All right. Oh shoot, I like messed up my stuff. All of my columns are messed up. It's gonna be annoying to fix. Try this quick short. Well, good luck. Should get a decent pullback. I mean, we are kind of what's the term, over or buy here a little bit. Yeah, we're definitely over 70 on the RSI. $90 to $60. Could work out here. Just kind of bouncing off the 1 minute EMA here. Not ideal, but definitely could get a bigger pullback.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
That was just to get rid of the delay. If you're not familiar, when you open Ninja for the first time, and once you get logged into your prop firm accounts and stuff, at least some of them, like you kind of have to put on
Order submitted. Order canceled.
a limit order just to make sure it works, but also it'll be a little delayed the first time. But then the other ones will be pretty instant.
Order canceled.
'80s has lots of orders. I mean, kind of makes sense. Right there at the EMA, a lot of people probably have a stop loss kind of in that area, like 80s, maybe 70, 75s. But also there could be a lot of people trying to short it if we get below the EMA, so definitely makes sense we'd have a lot of orders there. Looks like it kind of wants to pop through these wicks, but it's not doing it, so I don't know exactly what it wants to do yet. Let's look at Matt Suss. Yeah. We definitely should have seen a bit more of a move here, I think. I mean, we clearly had a little pullback in the EMA. We held up pretty nicely, and then we tried to go up and we just kind of instantly got this little dump candle right here. Definitely wouldn't be surprised if we chop, like you said. And then after we consolidate for a bit, we might dump. Unless we just pump and go straight up the rest of the day, but I don't know if that'll be the case yet. I would expect a bit of a dump before we go up and to the right the rest of the day, if that is what we're going to do. Of course, it goes to eat those orders right after I get out. Well, of course, of course. It was just waiting. It's usually what it does, but sometimes it's like, maybe you can predict that, but also like, there's only so much you can do. Yeah, I definitely ate those orders up real nice, clean them up. And now the question is, are we gonna make the move back up, or are we gonna just chop around? Maybe dump. See what they did with the penny yesterday. Let me check. Yes. I know its penny was a little bit better than the other ones. Yeah, it's kind of a crappy breakout, not gonna lie. We kind of just like chopped and slowly went up until we dumped. In like the afternoon session, like 2 o'clock, it just dumped. I guess it did kind of like make a new pennant, or maybe like you could just say it was the same pennant being like continued longer. Yeah, it kind of just like continued up and got really, really tight. And if you did take the short off that pennant at 2 o'clock, you'd be kind of chilling. Yeah, the weak breakout and then just ends up dumping. You hate to see it. And now we're just chopping. Kind of stuck between 75 and 600. Chopping through the 15 on ES bad. Momo today. Yeah, we haven't quite pulled back to the 15 on NASDAQ. But ES is definitely, it's almost at the lows of the day actually. Just comparatively, it's like down here at like the 480s. Kind of chopped its way all the way down. Kind of bouncing a little bit, but yeah, it's just kind of chopping through all the EMAs right now. Kind of ugly. Not gonna lie. I don't know what to do with that. But this, I mean, we might continue higher. If we do get the BS dump, we could find support at the EMAs. Don't know if I want to put money on that though. Looks like 60-40 day on the ES. Definitely could be. Might finally get a dump here on NQ. ES is taking out the lows of the day. NQ pretty far from the lows, so yeah, this ain't too pretty, not gonna lie. Might just have to wait a little bit. See what happens. No trade day for you. Yeah, that's definitely valid. Looking at ES, it's pretty bad, not gonna lie. NQ's not as bad. I mean, we had this nice move up, like over 100 points. And we're kind of just consolidating down a little bit. And we definitely could just like hold these EMAs and go higher. Like, it still doesn't seem like an unreasonable 15-minute EMA move right here. It's kind of holding up the 5 right now, actually. But obviously, knowing that ES is doing this at the lows, it makes the move a lot less tempting on NQ. We definitely could be just a little behind on the selling, and we could dump down, catch up with ES, and then that would be pretty bad. If you had a long bias, of course. But also, you could look at it the other way too and say, because NQ is holding up so well, maybe ES is also going to hold up. It's just kind of struggling a little bit. Like, I almost wouldn't be surprised if we hold the lows here and ES tries to get back to the highs as NQ does, which would keep me on a long bias. I think that technically needs $90 for this market today. Probably. It's going to be a struggle and he's not going to be making any money today. All right, almost back to the top of the range on NQ. Like I said, though, ES might be trying to make its way back to the highs. ES is a little afraid of the highs. That's facts. Made 900 right at the open. Nice. Did you catch like that little short, or did you catch this move up? I mean, this is a great move up. I actually almost took it when we were getting above the 15-minute EMA. I was just having some problems with Ninja. You went long. Nice, nice. That's a good move. Caught the long, but it was yucky off open. Yeah, it looks like ES definitely was just yuckier. Finally breaking out here, though. Would have been a nice move off the 5. Not too bad. So ES is back to the highs. Yeah, it looks like ES got the BS dump you were talking about. And Q just got a little chop and pull back. Now we're going back up. So, see what happens. But yeah, like I was saying, ES kind of ugly. Definitely a little bit crazy today. I definitely would understand if you were not making any trades. Today off that. But NQ is actually looking pretty solid. I mean, great move up. A little consolidation. And then we break through and keep pumping. Also, the 15-minute chart looks way better than ES. Be making a bull flag here.
Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
Dang, a little unfortunate there. I tried something different there. I actually tried kind of the scaling just to see like how it would work like on a bull flag. The only problem is I was probably asking for a little too much there. Just since like we did make the move to the top of the flag. Thought we might break out a little bit more to the highs. That's why it says like negative 400. That's not what it is. It's actually like plus 200 or something. I can't remember the actual math. But you can see I'm only down 290. Slippage there was definitely not ideal for me, but Scaling caught me off guard. Yeah, I thought I'd just try and get it. Try and go for it. I was like, you know, worst case, I just lose like the normal amount. If we get a nice breakout up, might be kind of nice. Just couldn't get the full move kind of to break out the highs. We just kind of wicked the highs and came right back down, which I might need to kind of think of how if I do want to scale into these. And obviously, like I did minis, I kind of just sent it. Micros would have been a little safer for sure. But again, kept my risk about the same, 250. Would have made it like over 400. Which for the risk ain't bad. Pretty nice. Hit him with the 1-2 surprise. Oh yeah, I thought he'd like that, you know. Yeah, I gotta use the length of the flag for the quick TP. That's what I was kind of thinking. I was like, obviously I probably would have taken TP kind of up here or maybe waited for my 250. But like figured I'd kind of scale in kind of towards the top and maybe get a little break. But yeah, one like this, it's kind of hard to scale because the entry's here. And then profits like up here somewhere. Especially if you only do like 75% of the flag. Then your profits, I mean, it's a quick TP. Micros to hold the 1 EMA. Yeah, I mean, it's holding the 1. It's holding the 1. Definitely could have held that just for like the EMAs. Could be getting a little dump here. Might try and take the 5. Yeah, I was dragging it down. I was like, yeah, I'll put it like kind of around here, target like just 190, like a little bit less for like my risk to reward. But for like the flag and like the length of the flag, it makes more sense for sure. But then I thought, I was like, well, if I try and scale in and expect a little bit of a, you know, breakout through the highs, but obviously, yeah, flags are nice for just like a quick little scalp play. Well, this could have been the first entry, kind of nice already, like 10 points up. That might have been the move. If not, we'll see if we get back down there. Into the 15 long. We're kind of far away from the 15 on the NQ. So that's why I'm kind of thinking of just going for the 5. But I might have missed it there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, nice wick there. For the longs. That's a buy. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a buy. If I got in that, I would have had the bottom entry on this move. Pretty solid. DJ, thank you for the follow. You can still get in it. Maybe. Maybe. Definitely kind of thought about it. Assuming this is kind of another kind of flag setup or whatever. It's not the best though. That's why it's like I didn't take it. But as we kind of broke this high, the previous candle, getting above this 1 EMA, we could get a move to the highs. It's definitely not as clean though. That was a nice bounce off the 15-minute opening range though. Dylan tapping in. Welcome back. One of 5 likes to 2.2K. Jeez. Someone's been grinding. Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely weird momentum last couple of days for sure. A little weak. Not the best. I mean, this on NQ anyways would have been a great play off the 5. Just kind of, it wicked in and left. Didn't have much of a chance. Right, point TP is still hitting. Well, yeah, it's even this one. It's not a banger. I mean, that is what we're going for, right? Banger trades, but not a banger. But definitely, I think hit point TP up here. Ooh, dealing is short. Looks like there is a little bit of maybe momentum there. That red candle is kind of wicking around a little bit. We'll see if we make a little dump back down to the 5, maybe make another move off the 5 potentially. Or maybe Dylan gets a really nice short. From 631 to 609, he's calling it out. Yeah, key points at or keep trades at points until the momentum appears. Makes sense. Long 35. Oh, we got someone on TikTok, long 35. Dylan on YouTube, short 631. A little move down. Still kind of holding the 30s though. Yeah, I think I'm expecting a little too much too. Gotta remember as well, it's now December. And like, I'm not saying you can't get some nice trades in December, but it's definitely going to be a little slower than the rest of the year. I mean, this week and next week might be like all right. Maybe the week after, right? We might get like 2 or 3 weeks of like decent moves, some trades here and there. But pretty quickly, we're going to start to slow down for holidays. Almost down to my little zone. Give you another entry. Almost. Kind of waiting for it to get inside of this box. Come down into here. So this could be the buy, unless we just dump it through here. Which I would kind of keep an eye on if we're just kind of dumping through. But if we're kind of holding this area.
Order filled.
Probably like that. Might leave the stop there. I think the target would be about the same. Just like 30 points maybe. We're dumping a little bit though. Gonna do like a 27 point profit target. Deep hit, 2 minis. Yeah, Dylan's short. Worked out very nicely. And this is my set for a nice long too. We'll see. And we'll scale in. If we get above the 9. Literally tag my stop to the tick. I hate it when it does that. I feel like it always does that to me too. This looks good though. Just gotta get above the 1 and then we should be good. $20 points on NQ with the 5 ATR. Only 20? Maybe we'll just go for like the highs, like 22 points. Just got to get above the 1.
Order filled.
Might have been a little early there.
Target filled.
Tell me we only got one of those? I guess I didn't put it in the exact same spot, but we'll lower it a little bit. Hopefully just get filled there. If not, I'm going to close this.
Target filled.
There we go. Let's get it. Heck yes. Nice little long there off the 5. Scaled in. I know that was butter. Got above the 1. Boom, hit TP. Got like what, $100 something out of that. Actually, I meant to take this flag on a different account. That's my bad. So actually should be in profit on this account. But that's all right. So it should be down like the 290 on one account and then up 100 on another. But I guess it's fine that we made back some of our losses. Can't be too upset with that. Yo, let me get a trade recap. Well, basically, we've been trending up pretty nicely, as you can see. We made a nice little pullback to the 5-minute EMA. And this zone is just kind of like, gives me a little buffer above the EMA, right? Because sometimes it doesn't always come down and touch it before bouncing. That's what it did actually over here. Just kind of missed it. But we got the second entry here. Got in. Took us a minute to get going, but then once we did, we got above the 1-minute 9 EMA here. Scaled in 2 more contracts. And then targeted the highs up here. I thought you were going to hold those 2 for more Momo. I was impressed. I thought about it. I was like, we might be able to get some more out of this, but since we were kind of ranging and just like, you were talking about like point TP, I was like, I just got to take it at the highs. I see. Thanks, bro. Of course. Of course. Market hates me today. Yeah. Sometimes it hates me, and it's the worst. I'm glad it does not hate you, though. That is... I mean, no. I'm glad it doesn't hate me today. That is unfortunate that it hates you today. Jeez. That's true. It knows you got the payout, so it knows that like it needs to take a little back from you. Otherwise, you'll be making too much money. They gotta humble you. I guess I'm still in the red though, so I can't like really talk. But that was a good trade. Would have been... I mean, that would have been $1,000 on 1 mini. Only risking like 400 or 300. You see, you say you always lose, but you're getting payouts. So, payouts are... That's what matters. Negative 700 today. Oh, you always lose the day after payouts? I feel like I do too. Another entry. or another buy. We could try it again, but because we're like ranging so hard here, I don't know if it's quite as tempting. I mean, yeah, we might kind of get through the lows here. ES is dumping. NASDAQ looks like it might dump as well. So I'm going to hold off. Yeah, the scaling math is nuts, new traders. Yeah, no, it takes a sec, especially like it's nice that like I have like this platform right here with NinjaTrader and like the indicator that I have, because without it, I don't know how I'd really do it. Trying to like look at like the price markers and be like, okay, so I need to be like 30 points down and then like move everything. Oh, this is a crazy dump. We're down to the 15 now. Might hold, but we definitely have a lot of sellers coming in. I don't know if I trust it. Pull back to 555. I'm gonna try a long. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's right below the 15. So if we get down there, it could be pretty nice. A little bit of momentum pickup there on the shorts. I definitely could hold here. It's tempting. But I caught one good trade, so I probably am not going to force another good trade, at least on like this strategy. Might try and take some more bear bull flags on my other account, or maybe the same account, since I accidentally took one on this account earlier. Shorts look viable. Definitely for ES. NASDAQ's still kind of holding this uptrend. But as I say that, it just changed my mind. That slab was crazy. It's still holding above the 15 though. But yeah, ES is looking very, very bearish. It's kind of a nutty slap there. I mean, yeah, this is where it's tough because ES definitely looks like, hey, let's go short. NQ holding the 15 right here. It's like, hey, let's go long at 75. You know, target up here somewhere. Dylan's a long from 561. But it definitely might kind of follow the trend of ES and keep dumping. We still have a ways to go though before the lows of the day. And that's the difference here. And Q sitting kind of at the just below this consolidation towards the highs. Where ES is all the way down at the lows. Thank you for sharing, of course. Look at the 1 hour. This is a false breakout to continue the trend. Let me take a gander. TP at 600. Nice. Getting close. Getting close. Yeah, the false breakout. Definitely kind of looking like the play. It is interesting though, because yeah, ES is looking, I mean, the false breakout, like 1 hour wick kind of nuts. And it's kind of making this pretty big range on the 1 hour chart. But switch to NQ. We're actually uptrending on the 1 hour chart. Like pretty heavily. So it definitely makes me a little hesitant to keep going long because of ES. Because yeah, ES might drag NQ down with it. But also NQ might hold up ES a little bit, kind of like we did earlier. So that's the only, like, it could go either way. But yeah, this could be the short if we do have that short momentum here. Try and catch up to ES a little bit. But yeah, gonna have the same idea here. ES was at the lows. NASDAQ was just chilling here at the 5-minute EMA. And I was like, you know, we could catch up to ES, or we could pump the highs and ES could catch up to NQ, which it did. So now the question is, will the same thing happen again, or is it going to flip? It's USD, it's very high right now. Yeah. Buy. I mean, technically, if we got above the 15, could be a buy, but also, don't know if I trust this right now, especially looking at ES. But don't know if I quite want to go short either. That's the problem. Yeah, I can show, let's see, pull the cord up. Let's see. Yeah, so you guys can see TechFlu's charts here. Higher time frames for ES. I think, yeah, you can see here, we try to take the highs and just wicked the highs there. Actually, I don't know if you can see my mouse. There you go. Yeah, we barely ticked through the highs and then we dumped back down. And ES definitely kind of ranging here and here. So I would also expect some shorting to go on for ES. Technical difficulty. We're back. That being said, we could have a nice bear flag here. Especially the 1 minute's definitely in a downtrend now.
Order submitted.
Could try a little short here. But this will just be a small little scalp. Too late? Possibly. We could hold the 90 EMA here in the 1 minute and make our way back down. And if when this channel closes, we'd probably go for this as the new entry. Kind of expecting Again, this flag to kind of play out if we break through the lows here and then get a little push down. Kind of holding up though. Feels like it wants to kind of just dump, clean up these wicks. We'll see though.
Order filled.
See if it wicks me and stops me out. Or if we get a nice little move down here. Yeah, the TP happens to be kind of reasonable on this move, so
Stop filled.
never mind. Would have gone stopped out no matter where I put my stop. But dang. Buyers are back. Yeah, a little random pop. I guess it is technically holding the 15 on NQ. But again, yeah, that's with the bear flag here and then also getting below the 15. You might expect a little dump. But instead we got, what is this, like a 57 to, it's a 40-point candle. Jeez. Back about the 5 now. So what, are we going long now? What's going on? Gotta charge that one to the game. Yeah, seriously. Looks like Dylan's TP hit. Unless he got stopped out down here somewhere. I mean, yeah, we're just going straight up now on NQ. Yes, sir. Dylan his TP, another banger up. Let's go. Yeah, definitely some prime chop setup. Weak follow through both directions, going to 11 a.m. Was there like some news I didn't look at or something? Is Trump speaking? No. It says there's a cabinet meeting at 11:30. Yeah, wild move. A little unfortunate there. Took the two bear flags or flag setups. Again, I should be up like $100 on this account just because of this one trade, but I decided to take those other ones too, and still down 450 unfortunately. But kind of crazy move. But yeah, the fact that we failed to continue lower and continue higher. Definitely could be chopping. Got above buffer today on TPT. Hoped payout tomorrow. I'm done for the day. Let's go. Well done. Pro in the building. Yes, sir. Gonna sell soon. What are you guys doing? Well, I tried to sell down here. We failed. I mean, we could sell up here again if we are gonna chop. Shout out TPT. Yes, sir. Five minutes about to close here. And that's a nice close on the 5 minute for NQ. So I would almost be tempted to try another 5 EMA setup, but at the same time, might be kind of chopping. Tell that man to let me get 90. He can see your message, but I don't know if he's gonna help you out, unfortunately, for you. Actually, the 15 minute is the one that looks really nice, not the 5 minute. Five-minute looking a little rangy, but 15-minute looks still pretty good. ICT guys love this trade. Maybe I don't exactly know what trade they'd be taking, but they might indeed love it. This looks yucky for longs and shorts, pretty much. I mean, NQ never quite made any real move below the 15. So part of me wants to say, like, it still looks good for the longs. But yeah, I might be asking for too much if I take another trade. This is a fancy V though. Very fancy. Also, I forgot to mention, but Funding 6 Black Friday deal, 50% off, is still up, still available. So if you still want to get an account for 50% off, now's the time. Still, I thought yesterday might be the last day, but it looks like it's still good for today. They did put a thing on the Discord saying it was ending soon, so today might actually be the last day. Every day last day, facts. That's how Apex is with their 80% off. Or Fabletics with the 80% off. Every single day. Literally. But no, knowing funding ticks, they don't keep the 50% up very often. Amazon discounts, yeah, facts. But 50% off for funding ticks is pretty big. That's like when Apex is like 90% off. So I imagine this definitely won't be around for long. The last time they had it was Halloween. And before that, I think Halloween was the first time they're 50% off for me. It's like 40% off, but 42% markup 1 month ago. Yeah. That's Amazon for you. Is it a good time to enter as buying? Possibly. Yeah, the dump might have been that BS move they're talking about, especially like on NQ, because we never really got a dump in the beginning like we did with ES. So this could have been the actual BS dump. And we could push the highs here. If we don't, I'm probably not going to think about trading, but if we do push the highs and then the EMA moves up to like here, kind of like we are doing right now, that's when I'd probably think about taking another trade, possibly. But we are going into 11 a.m., so might be best just to kind of be like, nah, I'm good, bro. Don't want to risk it. Kind of got a 15-minute bull flag playing out actually on NQ. Breaking out to the highs. Looking kind of nice. We'll see though. Back to long bias. Chop uptrend. Spurts of Momo. Yeah. Something like that. Precautious cooked. Oh no. He must have gone short when he was telling us to grab the shorts. Yeah, a little unfortunate. Pulling back here a little bit. It would be tempting to try one more bull flag. But I just don't know if I trust the continuation that much. I mean, yeah, we literally got entered off the tick here and then just instantly stopped out. I feel like we gotta try it though. Target like 65 or something.
Order filled.
Thing is the same thing gonna happen. I'll try second entry. Yeah, second entry could have been probably good to wait for. Might still hold up here. But yeah, we're just getting kind of unlucky with these today. Playing with my feelings right now. I mean, even the second entry there, just getting instantly like rejected. Third time's the charm though, right? Maybe that was the break even. See, I don't mind holding these sometimes, but sometimes they do just make like a quick little move and then they just dump back down. So we'll see if it holds up, makes the move back up. Yeah, it'll kind of trailer stop a little bit below the EMA there. Could still make the move up here. It's a dang fair value gap, man. Those ITT guys are trying to short this. Half your stop. It's a little tight, but I definitely could. I could do that. I just need to get above here again, then I can go break even. That's what I'd probably normally do. Because yeah, I think we would have gone stopped out if we had it here. It could still bounce.
Stop
But it looks like it's gonna just dump. Trade, not gonna lie. I mean, depending on your strategy, maybe. We had a bull flag off the 9 EMA here, which it's what I usually take. It's what I got funded with, so. It just has zero continuation. It probably is going to go now. Yeah, just dipped right below the 1 EMA. Stopped me out. And it might go. Should have held 1-to-1. Maybe. That's what I normally do. But I don't disagree with moving the stop up a little bit, especially like as the EMA moves up, right? And since we failed the continuation up here, I wouldn't be surprised if we dump down a little bit lower. We might try and get this 5 EMA. Which could be the better play. But it's a little unfortunate the 1 minute's just not getting any continuation off the EMA. Oh wow, moved that whole thing. Or the same thing like earlier. And this one wasn't bad. We just tried to scale and it didn't really work out. I mean, this one, same thing. 9 EMA on the 1 minute. Just got no continuation on that downtrend. I mean, we still have like a flag set up here. And if like we keep holding the 1, we should get this breakout higher. Said half because the flag's supposed to be clean and it wasn't looking clean. Yeah, that's why like you could argue that like I should have just kind of gone break even after it like wicked up here. I mean, yeah, maybe could have gone half at like 100. Maybe could have had a quick break even. We were up like 5 points, like $100. Anyways, that's where it's kind of tricky. Oh, wow. So I was gonna maybe buy here, but that candle is kind of scary. Top of the hour candle. There's not news right now, is there? Doesn't look like it. It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like news on the candle, but like on financial juice, I don't see anything. But no, yeah, the idea of a bull flag is a breakout. And if we fail the breakout, probably means we're not gonna get it unless we held the EMAs, which we did not. Move looks newsy. Yeah, that's why I didn't take this trade. It looked too newsy for me, so I said I'm gonna keep my hands off. But I mean, that's the 5 minute trade there. Kind of somewhere in here, like 28, 25. Yeah, it would have been up like over 20 points. Don't know if you would have made like the full move there yet, but pretty close. So the target would be like 26 or 7. So somewhere up here. Yeah, I could try this flag again. Especially the recovery off the 5, but probably the good entry would have been 51, 52 area. We've already kind of made like almost 8 points profit there. Should have got the 5. Yeah, like I said, I kind of wanted to, but because that candle was looking newsy, had to keep my hands off a little bit. It looks like that was the move. Yeah, this will probably run the highs. Yeah, imagine we hold the long, so we might kind of go up and to the right slowly, like we kind of joke about. We are in December already, so I guess we hold till January maybe as our TP. It's still kind of struggling to really break the highs here though. Making me not trust the longs too much. It might just be taking its time though before we break out really strong. Yeah, that's facts. I mean, definitely this candle here discouraged me a little bit. We could try the second entry here. But it is 11 a.m. Right, they can get some better entries when people panic a little bit. Question is, will it work a second time? Maybe we'll go down to the 15. Dang, yeah, 15's already up like 20 points. Just kind of missed it there. Don't know exactly what I was waiting for, but I thought it might go down a little bit more and then just like wicked right back up. Part of me is also kind of feeling like the whole second entry idea, right? Instead of the first. Which we might get here actually. But at least on that 5-minute, we just missed the whole move. Because it still feels a little dumpy. Just like looking at the way prices are moving.
Order filled.
Let's see, what's my target? 44. Saying like 33 or something. Guess we could go for that. Scaling about the 5. Great entry there though. Assuming this actually works. So far it's looking good though. What strategy? I mean, this one's just based off the 15-minute EMA.
Order filled.
Might have been a little early there.
Stop filled.
Dang. Yeah, maybe not the best scale there. I mean, we just insta-rejected off the EMA there. It was looking really good though, until we had that random slap. What was your TP? I had it up at 636. It was 33 points from the entry. The ATR on the 15-minute is 44, so I just times that by 0.75, which puts at 33 points. I mean, this slap, I mean, the BS little dump, I think it was a good term for this. I mean, it looks like the max profit I could have got there is like 24 points before we slapped. Which I think, if we were targeting, I mean, like a 5-minute TP, that might have been kind of valid. But even the 5-minute might be targeting like 28, just based off the ATR, but I think it's reasonable. It just got like stuck here at the EMAs and another little BS dump. Actually, this one might be like a big dump. Huge dump. Literally hit the 1. A little bit the 5, but yeah, especially like the 1, just hit the 1 and just went straight down like 30 points instantly. Yeah, I might have gone greedy, but I mean the entry was like killer and this move up was killer until we slapped down. But obviously could have been that, you know, 11 a.m. BS. So had potential. Probably just got a little unlucky, but it definitely could be because it's after 11 a.m. Yeah, maybe we should have waited to scale until we kind of held above the 5 a little bit better. But even then, I guess, even if I didn't scale, I still would have lost that trade. It just would have been down here instead of up here. So doesn't actually matter that much. So I've always been a little bit bullish so far today on NQ based off what we've been doing, despite ES being kind of choppy or more choppy. But after this move down, I mean, I'm definitely feeling the chop on NQ. I mean, we could take a buy here off the RSI all the way down here below 30. And we're at the lows. But yeah, probably not going to take too many more trades today, especially on this account, down like 680. A little bit more than normal. Shouldn't have taken take it for the giggle. I might be able to throw like a micro on.
Order filled.
Just kind of keep the same risk. Maybe we'll just kind of keep the risk a little tighter below the lows, and then we'll just target the highs, I guess. the giggle, right? Yeah, 1 micro. What's $29? That's like some commissions, right? And then we'll just hold for like the RSI high, which might be up here somewhere. Definitely could get stopped out pretty easy though if we slap down, but that's all right. Go half that. Well, half that already got stopped out, but we'll move it up now.
Stop filled.
Yeah. Oh, TP half. I think I meant like stop because that's what I was talking about. No, the TP. Yeah, I just put my TP at the high just kind of as a placeholder. Not actually like going for that. Half the retracement. Yeah, that would have been good. I could get in again.
Order filled.
Yeah, we'll keep like that. Go for like kind of half like you're talking about, somewhere in here. Yeah, I just kind of put that up there at the top as like a placeholder. I was kind of watching the RSI. I was like, oh, if we get up to a 70, you know, take profit. Still kind of struggling though. Buyers, where are they at? They're scared. Yeah, get some good Momo. Could definitely just take it off. Yeah, we'll keep our eye on it. We're still kind of struggling though. Just can't get above like the 45s. It must be that fair value gap right here. It's ICT traders, man. Making it so much more difficult to get this long. I'm just joking, by the way. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this trade. I'm not too invested in it. Let the micro do its thing. We'll either lose like 38 bucks or we'll get back like 130 or more. So I think we caught like the bottom. If it is going to move back up and not just go right back down, it could decide that it wants to trend down. I don't think that's super likely based on price action, but you never know what it might decide to do. And if it does decide to trend down, what can you do? We are almost getting above the 30 on the RSI, which could be a good sign. If you use this strat TP when you get good Momo in your favor, it aligns better with how you trade. Okay, okay. Yeah, it might get stopped again. It looks like we might want to continue lower, but maybe not.
Stop filled.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, I think we're just gonna trend down for a little bit. We try to catch the bottom. Doesn't always work. Right, bottom of the range, bottom of the RSI. Kind of expecting this bigger trend to play out here. Got unlucky. Not to hate, but we may enter that trade. I'll just explain it, but I'll explain it again in case you missed it. We are at bottom of this range, right? Right, top of the range, up here. Bottom of the range, and you can see we're below the 30 on the RSI. And typically when we get below the 30, we tend to make our way back up to the 70, right? Try to catch the bottom. We kept our stop pretty tight. But got unlucky. What can you do? That woman at EMA is super strong today. Apparently. Just not when we need it to be. Like on this trade. Like you would think, like, oh, the woman at EMA, bear flag. Clearly we get a nice little push down, clean these wicks up, right? Nope. Same with the bull flag. Nope. But then since here, the woman at EMA has been absolute king. $9.40 pop, like this one? Or are you talking $9.40? What time? I'm guessing it's this one. That's like $8.40 for me. That should be like what, 10:40? Unless you're on like Central Time. But yeah, this pop, I think that's what you're talking about. Definitely suspicious. On my chart, 9:40. I mean, we're not at 9:40 on my chart. But this one is the 40. We'll just assume this one. Yeah. The BS pop weeks ago. I think it might have been. Yeah, like at 8:40, 7:40, something like that. Yeah, 9:40 sounds really familiar. I think so. Damn, the short's coming in. All of a sudden, I'm feeling kind of bearish. We failed the continuation at the highs. We failed the chop. Might keep dumping. Probably not going to take any more trades today, though. You're starting to feel bearish after a 200-point drop? Well, I mean, when do you expect me to feel bearish? If you look at the higher time frame, I mean, yeah, if you're looking at the 1 minute, I could have been bearish maybe up at the 620s. Right? But if you look at the higher time frames, I'm bullish until we break below this low. And once we broke below this low at 530, that's when I'm feeling okay. We're probably going down now. And we are. But see, I also have support here telling me to be bullish. So it goes both ways. But yeah, he's definitely a little bit of a hater. See, because I'm looking at the overall chart, not just the 1 minute. I mean, you said there was support that told you 200 points ago. But if you're telling me I should have been bearish up here, I definitely would disagree. Bearish at the highs. And then you say I'm wrong to feel bullish here. That's the same idea, right? Support here, resistance here. Could have been bearish here, bullish here. But because we failed this resistance or support here, failed it, kind of used it as resistance. Yeah, right here, bearish again, still bearish. I drew this line after this was formed. I didn't draw the line earlier. I drew it after we formed this high. So if we got back up here, I might consider a short to continue the range. But we weren't ranging before. See, after we failed to go lower here and then took these highs out and then pulled back, I thought for sure we were going to bounce here and take out the highs even more like we did all last week, because that's exactly what we did all last week if you've been paying attention. But instead we dumped, which, I mean, yeah, if you're trading support and resistance, maybe you took this trade, but I don't trade like support and resistance like that. It is enough to get a bias. And my bias was long right here off the 15-minute EMA. And then once we got below the 15-minute EMA, I was more bearish, but I thought we might find support here. Kind of like you found resistance up here, right? I mean, if you look at those EMAs, like my 5 indicators, it's actually only like 2 or 3, but you can see we held above these basically all day until we dumped below here. So for your strategy, I mean, Looks like you caught the 200 points, which is really nice. But yeah, I was looking at these EMAs. I'm bullish until we break below this. Then I'm bearish, but I'm also expecting maybe a bounce off support here. So isn't that what I just said? Above the lines, I'm bullish. Below this line, I'm bearish. See, because I can't be bearish when I get below these two lines because we still have the 15-minute EMA here. So I kind of have to wait until we get below this to be bearish, which is what I said. So it's pretty simple, I think. I know. It's funny because he only shows up in chat when I have a losing day, which is like maybe once or twice a week. It's kind of funny. But like I've said many times, I am trying another system. Right, some of that's still new to me, so sometimes I'll see some losses from that. I did trust my system today on... Let's see what these trades were. These initial losses, I trust my system, right? I mean, if you're telling me I should have been bearish up here, system hopping, I'm just trying out new things. Usually it's on practice though, but I have been trading like some micros with the new system. But this is exactly my old system that hasn't changed, and I have no regrets with this trade. Well, this trade I scaled in, which was maybe a little different, but we just didn't make the initial move up. We got stopped out. But I mean, I was bullish and I went for the scalp on that trade, right? This one, I was bearish, right? We're below the EMA. Got unlucky. We had this random freaking pop. Got unlucky. And then above the EMAs again, right? Keeping it simple. And then we're just getting no continuation today, right? He's shorting one above his lines. I don't know what you're talking about because this is a long. You can see the word LONG right here. I longed above the line. I shorted below the line. And I longed above the line. I appreciate criticism to some extent, but you're not even understanding what I'm telling you. So I don't really know how to take it because it's just you're not looking at all the facts here, and you don't seem to understand it. Nifty, are you just starting out? No, I've been trading for about 2.5 years. A little bit unlucky today with the bear and the bull flags, right? We just got no continuation on these trades. Well, you also only come in the chat like once a week. No offense, but you're always not here on my winning days, is what I've noticed. Unless you just don't say anything on those days. But yeah, 2 years is definitely new compared to a lot of other people. I'm definitely still on my journey. I never claimed to be a millionaire, you know, always profitable trader, but my strategy is just not working today. Going on your 10th year. Jeez. You've been trading since 2015. That's crazy. Congratulations. Yeah, 1 minute EMA is really strong right now. It's kind of a bummer it wasn't stronger earlier because that's, if it was, I would have won these trades. But on this move down, 1 minute EMA is king. Yeah, that's the goal. Like I said, I've been kind of trying some other things, but it's mostly just like to see how it works and to diversify my risk a little bit. But, and you know, I'm on, this is an eval. You know, I'm throwing on some trades, right? See if they work. I threw on some micros, you know, but this is my system and I got chopped up, right? Remember higher time frames for direction? 100% agree. 100%. This is the only trade that wasn't really with the higher time frames. But yeah, these two longs at the highs, they should have been, they were with the direction, they were with the trend. But we just decided today was going to be a choppy day. I just could have been a little bit more cautious of the chop. Sometimes you just lose trades. That's part of the game. If you do win every single trade, let me know. Maybe give me the strat, give me the sauce. But yeah, just unlucky today. You want to wait 65%. Nice. 65.2 according to the dashboards. Pretty good win rate. That's typically what mine is about too. 60 to 65%. Unless I'm like on a really good winning streak, then it's like 75, 80%. Last month, I think I was kind of around that. But it's gone a little bit lower. Look at the charma on the cord. Let me check it out. Yeah, this definitely could be the bottom. It's definitely looking like a bottom. Getting back above the EMAs. Is the blue line the 200 or the yellow? If you're talking about the 200 EMA, neither of them are. This blue line is just some support from like a couple days ago, I think. And then the yellow line is the 21 EMA. And then the blue is the 9. How do you have such an active chart? Trading futures on the 1 minute chart. So it's pretty active. Every minute it moves quite a bit. Yeah, I usually keep an eye on the 9-minute EMA or 9 EMA on different time frames. Send this chart. I've got the 9 EMA on the 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute. Follow. Thank you. Appreciate it. Shane O'Boyle. like I said before, 10 to 15 points. Go look at the, we literally talked about before, so I don't really want to get into it too much because it just feels redundant. Because he does kind of just seem like a hater. But if you go look at the top traders on like the top sub leaderboards like we talked about, their average winning trade is $200, which is 10 points on NQ. I'm just saying. I'll just leave that there. And I know the YouTube gurus or whatever aren't always legit. But if you go watch like any of like the top streamers like Patrick Wheeland or Trades by Matt, like again, you can hate them. I don't really care. But they trade NQ and they go for 10-point scalps. Right, I'm not claiming to be a top trader now, but should I not be doing what they're doing? Why can't I be that guy? That's the real question. What is this? This is NQ futures. Don't worry about it, it's not your responsibility. Yeah. I hate to like ban him because like I don't want to be that guy. Like I don't have hate in my heart. I don't really care if he's here or not, but like if he is just gonna like spread hate, there's no real reason for him to be here. That's not what this is for. This is for people to talk about trading, right? Support each other and their goals. Everyone's gonna have a different system, everyone's gonna have a different strategy. Advice is always appreciated, never gonna turn it away, but I'm not going to go into someone else's stream and hate on them because they trade ICT, even though I might not like ICT strategies as much as others. And I might not like the ICT YouTuber himself because I think he's a scammer. But like, if you trade for value gaps, I don't care. Whatever works for you, man. If you get payouts, you get payouts. How old do you need to be to trade futures? I think you need to be 18. Got it for the longs. Tap into the 30-minute fair value gap after rejection. Nice. I mean, if you're long now, it's looking pretty good for you. No, I'm a D1 ICT hater, but I don't hate with malicious. I do it with a troll in heart. A troll heart. See, that's valid. You know, a little bit of troll, a little bit of like humor. It's fine. Because I'm a believer in just being kind, you know? There's no reason to hate anybody. But that's also like, that's me. I mean, I prefer to be kind to people, even if they treat me with hate. There's enough hate in the world. I just don't really see the point in adding to it. If everyone just show each other a little bit more kindness, a little bit more love, patience, understanding, respect, the world would change overnight. Dang, bro, this is the RSI move. You see, like it was. The problem was like, technically this could have been too, or like, I guess we tried it, it failed. But we've been below the 30 for a while. So I guess we could have tried another trade up here after we get above the 30 again. Technically could have been the play. I don't know if that's what you look for at the RSI is like, you know, you dip below and then like you get back above. That's when you maybe take the trade. But I mean, I sized down over here. Made $100 on a micro here on this trade. And then tried to catch this move off the 15-minute EMA like I talked about. And then we dumped through it. And the only trade that like I maybe shouldn't have taken is this RSI trade. But if I tried this RSI trade, we'd be back at kind of break even on these trades. So here's the sizing down for you. Don't let your ego be quick to get hurt. You see, it's comments like that, like you said, like, where's the hate? Like I said, I appreciate some of your insights, your advice to size down. I don't think that's hateful. But when you make little comments like, don't let your ego be quick to get hurt, or like, there was a couple ones earlier that I kind of ignored. Well, that's why I literally said, see, this is the part that's a little bit confusing, is because I literally just said, I think there is just a little bit of a communication barrier here for some reason, but basically I literally just commented and said, I appreciate the advice and your advice is not hateful. Telling me to size down is not hateful. I literally just said that. So I'm not sure why you just made that comment about calling advice hate is crazy. That's the only reason why I'm confused, but I'm glad there's no hate. Appreciate it. Could be a nice bull flag, but sticking to my rules, not going to take it just because I'm already down. Down on the day, past my kind of rough daily loss limit. How many payouts? Yeah, I got like 12. No, 12. Like 6 payouts with Apex last summer. Again, don't claim to be consistently profitable taking payouts every single week like some people, but we're making some progress. We're still learning. The strategy that I was using just hasn't been working. That's why I've had to kind of adapt a little bit. The bear and bull flags still work for the most part, unless you have days like today where you just have no continuation. But yeah, the strategy I was trading when I was getting my payouts, for whatever reason, like it just has not, like I haven't seen like any setups in the last couple months. It's been just weird price action. So I've had to adapt a little bit, but also just like trying to learn from the professionals a little bit more, do what they're doing. Well, it might take years, but again, should I not be doing what the pros are doing? If the pros are doing something, I could be wrong, and maybe, like you said, I'm rushing it, but I'm going to do what they're doing because it's working. No, you should not. All right. You see, I respect your perspective and your system. I do. Again, no hate at all, definitely. But it's just something that from what I've been learning the last 2.5 years, I just disagree with. But that's just the difference. And maybe that's why I'm not as profitable as you are. Or maybe not. I don't know. Because I'd argue the biggest reason I'm not getting consistent payouts is more so with my inconsistency and maybe just like my confidence in my system versus the system itself. But you see, because I'd argue not to like say that you're wrong, like sizing down is fine, right? Wider stops are fine. Swing trading is fine for people. I'm not a swing trader. I go for little scalps. And yeah, I could make little scalps on micros. But if I'm trading a prop firm account, I don't really see the point in doing that. Now, yes, I should keep my risk well within my means, but also if I'm only risking $200 to $250 per trade, if I'm really going to lose 10 trades in a row and blow up my account, then clearly it's a bad strategy. Or I need to like adjust I need to fix something else. Sizing down is not going to change that. I should be able to not lose 10 trades in a row, if that makes sense. So on a prop firm account, especially trying to make $2,000, well, like $3,000 to pass the evaluation, you need to trade a certain amount that you actually can pass that account in a reasonable amount of time. Especially with most prop firms, you usually have to pay the monthly fee again after a month. And if I'm trading like one micro on some of these accounts, I'm not gonna pass in a month, right? If I'm taking like a couple micros on a 10-point trade, I'm only making, $20. It's gonna take forever to pass that valuation. If I was trading live capital, whole different story. But I think prop firms, it's all about risk management. So regardless of how many points you trade, it's just like how much are you losing per trade? Are you trading NQ? Yeah, this is NQ. So whether it's 10 points with one mini or whether it's 30 points with a couple micros, it's just about the risk and like obviously having a system that's over 50% win rate. Do you think NQ pushes higher or lower? We have been trending down a little bit, but we might have kind of caught the bottom of the day potentially, but don't take my word for it. So we kind of swept the lows here. We had a chance to kind of continue lower, but we might be kind of forming a bottom here. Taking we're going long. No, don't do it. You can see on your screen, it says, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment. As well as I'm just trading and you guys can just watch the process. But I take it as financial advice. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You just can't sue me if you lose. Why does he ignore you? I don't know. He might. I don't know what I was going to say. He might be afraid, or maybe he seems to be really focused on me, which I'm glad he cares about my success as a trader. But I don't know. We just trade differently. What strategy do you trade? I trade mostly off of momentum and exponential moving averages. Nice, yeah. Also like to catch some, bear and bull flags, which haven't really worked today just because we haven't really had like a good trend. We've just gone kind of chopped up and down. As you can see, we We kind of had this little consolidation, which we broke out of. But besides that, we've kind of been choppy up here. And then we dumped, little chop, pump, chop, dump, which just doesn't work for my strategy. So not the best day. So you're like a veteran. I wouldn't say that. Definitely wouldn't say that. But hey, the longs could be the move. Yeah, I had a long bias pretty like most of today until we started breaking through these lows here. Just because like until like if we leave the chart like this, we've been holding these trend lines, or not trend lines, EMAs for the most of the day. So I've been pretty bullish most of the day. But yeah, I think we just had these random kind of dumps here, which may have been news influenced, maybe not, right? It could have been because we double topped here. Dumps were because of Putin and Nvidia news. Yeah, that makes sense. It kind of felt like there was definitely something kind of going on with some of these dumps. Like some of these candles here felt kind of like news candles. And I was like, wait a sec, this feels weird. So I was like, kind of have my hands off right here on this trade. Even though it was kind of a good one. And then we just like dumped right through these EMAs. Kind of sketch looking. Kind of dumped here as well. We did try a long here off the 15. And we were up like... Or maybe it was here actually. Yeah, we actually caught this long. You see, we actually caught like the perfect bottom on this long. We just got unlucky because it hit the one EMA and then just like insta rejected it. So we kind of caught like a... I mean, kind of break even, but we did scale in. But yeah, almost a perfect bottom entry there. Financial juice. Yeah, that's what I've got too. It's pretty solid. Oh yeah, I forgot the Trump cabinet meeting at 9:30. I guess that wasn't until here though. That was 9:30 is about in this area. So that was pre-Trump cabinet meeting, but there must have still been some other news that kind of came out. It's still ore farming. Yeah, I haven't clicked on the link. Oh, it looks like he is on the YouTube live right now for the cabinet meeting. Not sure what he's saying, but the market's not going anywhere, so it must be pretty like in the middle. 50% off for Top Step? No, this is actually for funding ticks, which is a different prop firm, but they have similar rules, and actually I'd say they have better rules. I could be a little bit biased, but feel free to check them out. Definitely no pressure. Funding ticks. This could be the last day that they're 50% off. They usually aren't 50% off, but over Black Friday they have been. And today they still have the 50% off if you want to check them out. You can get a 50K account for like $45, I think right now, with no activation fee. And the rules are better than Top Step. The evaluation target is only $2,500, and the drawdown is $2,000 end of day, just like Top Step. So I'm a little biased. That's what I'm using, but I like them. They don't deny payouts, and 50% off right now. I know he's definitely ignoring you. What can you do though? I mean, all he has to do is literally go watch my TikToks and he'll see how many like bottom tick entries I get that go straight to TP in like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. And it happens more often than it doesn't. It's just days like today that it doesn't. And it's funny because he only comes in on days when I'm red and then he makes comments. But he misses all my winning days and my winning trades. Because yeah, like on another day, this trade would have broken out. Boom, TP here. This trade, broken out, TP here. And then, again, this should have gotten at least like this move down to the 40s. We didn't. It's just a choppy day. But like I said, go watch my TikToks. You'll see all of my other trades, kind of the highlights, and see my nice little scalps that make some good money. Well, yeah, would have doesn't get payouts, but could have is why you take trades. Look, here's the bull flag. That's the same exact setup that I took earlier. They just didn't work out. Got unlucky. But again, go watch my TikToks, go watch my videos so you can see my highlights. They speak for themselves. See, again, I appreciate perspective. I appreciate advice. But you're not really giving me advice. You're basically just telling me what I'm doing is stupid and lazy, which I don't really appreciate. Again, it's just everyone trades differently. My strategy is a lot different than yours. It might even be like a little bit of the opposite. Sounds like you trade support and resistance. I trade momentum and trend lines. Well, not trend lines, but trend and momentum. A little bit different. I'm on a prop firm. I don't really see the point. Like, I could size down, and I do like on certain trades. Like these trades, I size down. Like I said, I'm tired of saying the same thing over and over again. So I feel like I'm just talking to a wall. But these trades, I size down because I'm going for like 30 points, and my stop is like 20 points, so I size down. These trades, I don't size down because I'm only going for 10 points, right? This trade would have lost whether I size down or not, you know? Same with this one. That's because we were chopping. We're not trending. Could I have been more aware of that? Maybe. But this trade, boom. It's like a 40-point trade here. But I only need the small move. I could have gone in here, would have gone out like up here, 10, 20 points. Which moving average you use? I use the 9 typically. And I use a couple of different time frames. I have the 1 minute time frame, 5 minute, and the 15 minute, but they're all like the 9 EMA. Yeah, we're starting to uptrend again. So this bull flag would have been pretty good if I was still taking trades. Right, this is how the market moves. We consolidate and then we break out. I mean, this would have happened literally less than a minute. And I imagine, I mean, I told someone in the chat that we're probably, this might have been the bottom. And it might actually be, we might hold this 1 minute EMA and just slowly kind of grind our way back up. And we could actually get some more bull flags to kind of keep playing out off these pullbacks, right? We pull back, we hold the trend, and then we continue higher. Yeah, I imagine we keep going back up. At least the previous highs, or kind of the middle of this range, kind of at the 600 area. But we definitely could get all-time highs, well, of the day, daily highs, not all-time. All-time's a little far away still. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Do you use Fibbo? I don't. No. I haven't really just like experimented or done much with that. Like if you're talking, wait, not that. Where is it? Like this thing? I saw a couple YouTube videos about it, but it just never really resonated with me, so I typically don't. My profit targets are usually based off either my risk or the ATR. Like if I'm in a trade, like let's say like I hypothetically got long here.
Order filled.
And I put my stop below this recent low. I'd probably, like I try and target kind of a 1-to-1 is how I would typically trade. Whether it's a bull flag, bear flag, or right, any other kind of setup. That's what I typically would do. Or if I have my stop below these lows, I might target, you know, again, kind of 1-to-1. And that's changed, that I've adapted a little bit. But that's what I kind of try and do. But also if I look at the ATR and see that's a 17, I might say like, oh, we're only going to target like 20 or 17 points. Right, keep the risk kind of tight too, just because that's what the ATR is. So it kind of just depends on the trade I'm taking and what I'm kind of feeling. Louis, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yo, TechFlu, we literally have a guy named Momo here. I don't know if you pointed that out yet, but we talk about Momo all the time, kind of referring to momentum as we're trading. Short of the 30s, risking 200. Okay, so you risk about the same as me. Nice, nice. 3 micros. See, that's the only thing I disagree with you on. But like, I think we're both valid, right? You size down, have more points, but it's the same risk. I just trade less points. 52 lots shorting the past 2 candles. Are you looking at like a footprint chart or like the DOM? Chopping? Yeah, we are kind of chopping. Today is not a Momo kind of day. Is what we would typically say. Green candle 2 minutes ago, even though it's green, it's a bearish candle with 52 lots short in it. Gotcha, gotcha. So yeah, that's something that like I have not even touched, is like, yeah, footprint charts or that kind of stuff. It's making higher high and lower high. Yeah, I Not my kind of price action for sure. We are kind of trending up still. And I imagine we kind of hold this trend. And we might break out above this bull flag if we can kind of get above the 28.30s. We might get a nice little pop, but we're still kind of chopping, so definitely not my favorite kind of action. Wait, I'm waiting. Don't worry, I'm waiting. Especially if we can get about the 15-minute EMA here, we're gonna be looking real nice. Definitely gonna probably go up. But also a higher time frame could be bear flag. I use 7/20 moving average. Nice, nice. I don't know much about those, so I wouldn't really know like how those compare, but I've just seen enough people use the 9 that I started using it and I've seen it work. So I kind of stick with the 9 personally. And then I keep track of the higher time frames as well. The light blue is the 5 and the orange is the 15, but they're both still like the 9 EMA. Yeah, looks like you're in a little bit of drawdown. We definitely could hold below the 15 and your short could still work out. Looks like, I mean, your short originally was a pretty good little move. You would have gotten like 10, 12 points out of it. But it looks like we might be popping up now, like I was saying. Where's your stop? Is that at the highs or is it somewhere else? It looks like this bull flag would have worked out too. Got in kind of once we got above that 9 EMA here in the 30 area. Would have made a nice 20 points there at the highs of the bear flag or bull flag, my bad. Yeah, I just gotta wait for a more defined trend before I take some of those flags. Cause something like this, just a nice little trend, pretty easy to follow. We just got a little unlucky here with the highs. For some reason, we just couldn't break above the 640s, 650s earlier today. This is what it is, though. Not the best day. $90 lot just landed. Ooh. Yeah, let's see if we get some sellers coming in the next minute. Stop at 63. Okay, so you got some room still. 33-point stop always. Nice. I like it. I like it. 33 points is a good amount on NQ. It's like a little bit more generous. Like it's obviously not like a scalp, like 10 points, but it's not like a 50, 60 point stop. You know, it's a little bit more kind of just in the middle. A little higher, but still not like too much. There's 64, 65. Unlucky. Yeah, buyers got above those EMAs and decided to run it a little bit, I think. They might be trying to make their way back to the highs, potentially. Continue this uptrend. Oh, they haven't stepped in yet. Gotcha, gotcha. No, yeah, that RSI down here would have been money. You would be taking profit up here soon at the 70. See, that's what I should have done. I mean, we kind of tried it for kicks and giggles here. Just risking a small amount. But I should have tried it again down here after we had this big green candle. We'd be up like, what, 75? Oh yeah, we'd be up almost like over 100 points. Be like $200 on one micro. Lost 200, was up 410, so still up on the day. But then small whales failed to defend their short. Yeah, like I said, I can't win them all. But let's get you still up on the day. That's what we like to see. Yeah, ATR is a little bit low, so I can see that. We definitely don't quite have as much momentum or like, you know, whales coming in right now, especially during lunchtime. I'm up 530 and climbing. Oh, heck yeah. TP at the highs. Well, good luck. I mean, it could be a good spot to take profit now-ish, but we definitely could make our way all the way to the highs, so do whatever feels best to you. Good luck. I was going to say something, but my phone died and my laptop was at 1%. Yeah, that's crazy because that was like in the Discord too. You posted that screenshot on your phone and it was like almost noon and your phone was already at 3%. And now your phone's dead. The laptop's at 1%. Have you been up all night or what? Just kidding. I'll take partials and have a risk-free trade. Heck yeah. Good plan. My phone is still at 86%, but also I'm not really using it because I'm just on my computer. So gotcha. Phone's old. That makes sense. It also appears to be, what is that? Is that an iPhone? Yeah, it's an iPhone. I'm just looking at your screenshot on the cord. I don't have a problem with iPhones, but I do like to make fun of them sometimes just because battery life is never that great, especially on old iPhones. I got my old Samsung. It's an S22, so it's actually like a little bit older now. But battery life's hanging on pretty nice. iPhone IE2. I don't even know if I've heard of that. Unless it was a typo. Oh, probably the SE, I'm guessing. iPhone SE, second generation. Released in April 2020. I did see your comment though about the risk. I wasn't sure if you're going to say more about it or not though, so I was kind of waiting. If he's risking 200 per trade with 26 accounts, that's 5,200. He would not only be up 410. Yeah. 5,200, so he'd be up like 2,500 something. They do that to make you buy new ones. Exactly. They're out here scamming people. Up 50 LMAO. Managed to crawl back, break even. Oh, nice. That is a grind right there. Yeah, he did disappear. He'll probably be back because he usually comes back. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to be like rude. I wanted to like not be a hypocrite. But it was funny how he's talking all that trash and then he called out his trade at 530 and it just goes straight up against him. But again, he has a different system. And if he's still up on the day, that's good for him. Can you show previous resistance? Yes. I'll zoom out a little bit here, but the highs are... I'll put a little blue line for you. We'll put them down a little bit, like right there. Those are the previous highs. Oh, he's still here. How is it funny? No, like I said, like it's still good that you're up. Which is very nice. You were just talking a lot of trash on like our strategies and like bear flag, bull flag, EMAs and stuff. And like obviously your strategy is still up today. But just a little ironic. Not necessarily funny, but ironic. They lost that trade. But again, didn't really want to say anything because like no hate. Yeah, five accounts is hard to manage unless you just like copy trade all of them. But even then, sometimes copy traders suck. Like I used to, when I traded with Apex, I had like a couple accounts copy trading on Quant Tower because it was all free. But half the time, like one or two of the accounts wouldn't exit the trade at my TP, which was kind of annoying. Sometimes copy trading can be finicky and weird. And trying to manage 5 different accounts, trading like separately, that's also kind of difficult. trade each on individual. It's definitely a grind. Oh yeah, it definitely takes longer, especially if you are kind of looking for only like one, maybe two trades. You know, typically keep your trades kind of smaller earlier in the day, catch the better moves, or at least the higher momentum moves with the larger ATR. Sometimes it's hard to find like 5 good trades in a day. Do you do this full time? Pretty much, yeah. I'm here most mornings, trading and streaming. Oh, here's another great bull flag. Nice break. Okay, so this is what they should do. When they kind of chop around for a little bit, not the best. Don't like holding those too much, but when they just break out cleanly and go to the highs, beautiful. I know we're finally getting some continuation setups. We got kind of chopped up earlier, obviously. Maybe could have avoided it with like the right kind of bias. And if we did start taking these bull flags again, we would have made back our money. But it's just tough when you already lose like 2 trades in a row, even 3. It's like, do you keep trading, try to make it back, which today we could have. I mean, here's 3 winning trades right here on my screen. Would have won all of these. So that's what's kind of tough. Do you have a daily loss limit? Cut your losses? Or do you keep trading and make back your losses like this? Because we finally have some continuation coming, holding this 1 minute EMA. I mean, yeah, this one was beautiful. This one was not as beautiful, but still worked out nicely. This one was really beautiful. Literally a minute. Boom. Oh, that's a rule of yours, not trading a day to pay out. It's a good rule to have. But I can see why you broke it, because I probably would have too. Nah, you're good. It wasn't necessarily on you. Again, I could have taken any of these bull flags, caught some moves, made back some money. Or I could have kind of seen us getting back above the RSI here, could have gone in. But again, kind of chose not to, just to avoid further loss. I don't have a strict daily loss limit, but I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent after 2 or 3 losses, like 5 or 750. Because like I usually don't make, like if I'm making money, right, if I win 2 trades in a row, I'm up $500. Sometimes I'll go for 750, but like usually, you know, my winning days are between 5 and 750. So I'm not trying to like lose more than I win in a day, if that makes sense. So definitely could have made some more, gone for some more longs here. But like I said, sticking with my risk management, decided not to. And it was after, you know, 11 and 12 o'clock. Oh, that's true. Draw a little trend line there on the 1 hour. It's beautiful. Beautiful. I was also down 700 today. By the grace of God, I clawed back. Yeah, I could have clawed back if I kept trading. So there's definitely an argument to be made about, you know, keep going. But again, don't want to lose too much in a day. So it's what it is. Always going for another short at 631, I'm guessing. We'll good look on the second trade. Yeah, worst case here, break even on the day. Well, we got 31 viewers. Welcome to the stream, everybody. If you're new here, appreciate you guys hanging out. If you are enjoying, if you're new, feel free to give me a follow. Appreciate the support. And if you're, you know, a normal, a usual visitor, thanks for hanging out as always. Momo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Also got a YouTube channel. You can check it out. BangerTrades on YouTube. Go subscribe if you want to. If not, you're chilling. Also, Funding Ticks. 50% off right now. Probably the last day. I thought yesterday was the last day, but it's still live today. So you can get a 50K account, $45, no activation fee, something like that. Go check them out. Appreciate it. If you use my code BANG, support the channel. Again, no pressure though. Only if you want to buy a new account. It's a great deal right now. Take advantage of it. And yeah, I might, I don't know, kind of want to keep streaming, but also getting kind of hungry. Might be time to go eat some lunch. Technically, I don't know what language that is, but I do not speak it. I'm just joking. That does not look like any language. Gonna get more combine on December 30th. I'll use your code for sure, dude. Heck yeah, I appreciate it. It's thanks backwards. Shoot, you're right. How did I not notice that? My brain doesn't think backwards. It should though. I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm saying. But again, appreciate all your support. Glad you guys have hopefully been enjoying. Maybe. I think I'm gonna go get some lunch. But I'll be back tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern for another day. Hopefully we get a little better price action and yeah, make back some of these losses. But yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. Hope to see you guys again next time. Goodbye, goodbye. Have a good day.